Hey everybody, I'm gonna do a quick video today on Alluma Exchange. It's a new exchange that actually has been running in beta already since February, but it launches its main exchange here real soon. I've been looking at a lot of different exchanges recently because I really think they're going to be the catalyst for more adoption, breaking down that barrier by making things simpler for people to get into to the crypto space. And this looks like it is really focusing on that. I think the two main things that exchanges need to focus on is ease of use and security, um, in order to get more people to trust them and then to trust the industry in total. Um, and they're also doing a couple cool things. That's one of the reasons I wanted to go over this. Hadn't really heard about it. Looked, during my research, can't really find much on it. So one of the reasons for my channel is that I started it is to kind of go over things that are flying under the radar that I think look pretty good, which I think this does. Also, I really appreciate all the likes and the subscriptions. The channel's growing way over 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate it. If you hit the like button and subscribe if you're here, I try to put out at least a video or two a week. So Illumina is their exchange is not just going to be your regular exchange. It's going to have a lot of the cool bells and whistles that I think are neat, um, from some other exchanges, and then some they don't have that are just brand new. They're focusing on emerging markets in Asia, which before anyone says anything or thinks anything, not really China. I'm so sick of China, and I'm sick of the United States. I'm sick of people worrying about and how they control this and what's China going to do, and oh, we're hanging on every word of the SEC. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore about the SEC. Don't care what China does. The U.S. and China can fight things out or take their ball and go play in someone else's yard because we're fine. Um, I think the places where we really need to focus and that are going to explode is Southern Asia and the Middle East and Africa. Um, they're regions and places that people are wanting more stability in their finance. Their currencies are not doing that great. If you look at Turkey, what's going on there now, also South America and everything. I mean, that's a given. Um, but the adoption looks like it's much better in some of these other countries. So that's where they're focusing on. Which going over that, this is just showing you some of the statistics there. The emerging markets in South Asia, Sean, that's cool. Over 25% of the world's population. They've huge GDP, all that. I think India is like the world's fastest growing market right now. So they're focusing on like India. Here it is: India, Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, and this is just showing you some of the growth, which is massive just over the past few years. 2015 was 29 million. 2016 was 775 million, and 2017 was 5.5 billion. That is unbelievably huge just in 2 years. And this is just showing you some of the numbers. The numbers are insane. They just look like some little kid made them up. Indonesia 230%, Malaysia 755% growth, Thailand 300, Philippines 21,000%, and India 25,700%. That's massive growth. And the Philippines even issued legal framework for cryptocurrency in 2017. This is what I'm talking about. Instead of the fight to get something going, a lot of these other countries and regions even, they are much more open to cryptocurrencies because they realize the financial system is broken and needs to be fixed. and they're looking for the future instead of looking into the past and trying to fix an old broken system. Um, in the region they're focusing on, 1.1 billion people, 6% will be online, 12 different markets. India's gonna be the first one. It's like I said, the fastest growing economy. 6.5% GDP growth. Um, that's amazing. Um, Now this is really cool what they did before they're setting. This is the way it should be done. I've looked at a couple different projects that have started doing this, where they go to leaders and people involved in whatever they're doing, the market, um, or in that space, and they interview them, they survey them, they find out they say what's wrong. They get all those answers. They say, okay, now we're going to set up, what we want to do, and this is what everyone says is wrong. Let's fix all these problems when we set up our exchange or platform or whatever they're going to set up, um, which is what they did. Uh, where does it say here? People are frustrated. Offerings available, emerging Asian market. After listening to the experience of customers using current offerings across these markets, we identified these key issues. One is lack of liquidity, platform usability for like KYC and interface and all that, and then customer experience. Because I don't know if you've used some of these other exchanges or newer exchanges, there's very, very little customer service, or it's very, very slow. Um, there's one new exchange that came out, and I wanted to get I did a test run because I wanted to get a coin that was on there. I sent them some ether. It took 3 days, which in a market that moves as fast as the crypto market, that's a death sentence. 3 days. And I emailed them after like 5 hours, and then they said, "Oh, okay, yeah, we'll get to that after like a day." And then after 2 days, they said, "Yeah, it should be." So these are taking about 3 days, and it took 3 days, and then they went on there. So customer experience and customer support, they're really going to focus on, which is a breath of fresh air and pretty cool. Now, look at this. This is gorgeous. Um, it's going to be an institutional grade cryptocurrency exchange built for newcomers. Big, big thing. There's newcomers and pros across emerging markets in Asia. High liquidity, fast KYC, fully secured, instant deposits and withdrawals, which I just mentioned, advanced trading features, and 24/7 customer support. So basically everything that, I mean, if they would have interviewed me, I would have pretty much said that these are the main things that I don't like about current exchanges. Um, so they got that right in what they're focusing on. I think, and also they're coming out with a phone app right away, which that's a huge deal. I don't know if you've tried to use. It's not hardly anyone has a phone app, and ones that do, you have to do some weird download thing, and they don't really work. And then if they need to update, since it's not on the platform on your phone, and you had to do the weird download thing, you have to download a whole nother app, and then you got to throw away the one you have. So it's a big pain. Um, and this is coming out in iPhone and Android. So it's going to be on iOS and Android, which is really cool. Some stories. This just goes over the token. Um, Provides opportunities for users to access high liquidity crypto markets, engage with the Alluma Training Academy, which I'll go over, which is really cool, to learn the ins and outs of the crypto world and to support our vision and fuel the ecosystem. We're introducing Alluma's utility token, Illuma token. It's a ERC20 token. It's going to work. It's an exchange token. Works like other exchange tokens. You get a discount if you pay for the fees for your trades with it. But there's some really cool things that they're adding to this. Settling trading fees. Obviously, I said you'll be able to use that. The Training Academy is one of the things I think is really cool they're adding to help for mass adoption. It's a digital education platform to learn about cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. Basically, to educate people, and when they first come in, it's like, hey, I want to put this, $100 into Bitcoin. Now what do I do? And then they can go on the exchange, buy their $100 worth of Bitcoin, but it's not like other exchanges where now what do? I got to go to YouTube. Do I trust this person? Do I trust that person? Who do I look to? Um, I can do it all right on the exchange and start learning about the industry and the space. Now they're instituting a loyalty program, which is cool. I had not ever seen anything like this. There's 3 different tiers to the loyalty program, token sale platform. Now community voting, which most exchanges have this for new token listings, which is really cool because if there's something you really want and communities for that token or coin can back it and can vote on it. So obviously there's going to be support and there's going to be volume with it, but the participation in Alluma's product developments also. That's something that's cool. That's not out there. Now this is something that I just think is neat. I love this. It's a decentralized peer-to-peer chat. Some exchanges have the chat and they make it. It's just fun. Um, because you can always be engaged with other people. It's always funny. People are saying funny things. You know, uh, so it's really cool. But also, what I've found is it's a lot more instant. The information's instant. Like you could see a coin or a token that's going up, and I'll ask, "What's the deal with this? With this token?" And like 2 or 3 people are like, "Oh, that just got approved for this. Oh, they just had news on this. They just announced this partnership." You don't have to go research that. You're not going to be behind 5, 6, 8 hours before somebody reports that. They're part of that community. They know what's going on, and you throw it in the chat. What's going on with this? Why is this pumping? And they can tell you. Oh, so now and you can get in on that a little bit quicker. Um, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool option. Loyalty program, basic. Allows you to the marketplace. You get 25 reduced trading fees, 25%. Gold, 24-hour response to customer support tickets, 35% off trading fees. And Platinum, 24/7 live chat support, and 50% off when you use the token, access to sponsored events, and first access to new products, which is pretty cool. The Training Academy just goes into this. Like I said, it's going to help new users in their own languages learn about crypto. Token sale platform goes over there. Also, you can read the white paper. Want to say right now, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, not financial advice. Um, just my opinion, telling you what I think about the project. Decentralized chat, like I said, it's just cool. Um, the tokenomics on it, it's an exchange coin, so you usually look at them a little differently. They got a 500,000,000 in total supply, which is high, but there's only going to be 240,000 in circulating. Max tokens for the sale are 48%. Hard cap is only 28 million or 12 million, which is not a ton. It's pretty good. The price is 5 cents for the ICO price, which is pretty good for a token. I mean, for a exchange token. Team and advisors, it's a big difference, but their portion is held for 12 to 36 months. That's impressive, 36 months, even if it's only 18, if it's in the middle, whatever, but the 12 months is good. So they don't have that big, dump when it first opens up. Those are held. The allocations, token sale 48%. Now the reserve fund 12%. The team is 15%. This is where everybody fudges the numbers. Then advisor 4%. Advisors are part of the team that should go together. It's 19%. Ecosystem development 15%, and strategic partner and early backers is 6%. So pretty much about 60% is it's not where it's kind of a gray area, but 60% is out there, or that's not in the hands of a certain few. Fund allocations, product innovation 10, business development 8%, operation 20, legal and licensing 20, marketing 12, liquidity is 25%, and contingency is 5%. Honestly, if you want to just be very, very frank, pretty much all this except for the liquidity is OPEC, or operating costs and expenses. Um, but it is good that they're putting innovation and business development about 20%, and it's a decent marketing. So that's a pretty good amount that they're going to get the word out there, and get some ads and stuff out on it. White paper, got a link there for you to download and read over it. Roadmap, pretty impressive. It's been going for a while. Like I said, we're here in Q3. We're over halfway or about halfway through. And I said security compliance program development tested, and the platform beta is launched in Q1, and that's been launched since February. Platform public launch is happening end of this month or beginning of next month. The India launch and the token launch, and then Q4 Philippines multilingual support, and that's when they're going to release the app this year. Both apps are being released on iOS and Android. And then Q1 portfolio management tools in the training academy, and then Q2 fourth and fifth markets, token sale platform, and the decentralized chat. I kind of thought they would release the chat before they released the training academy because it seems like it would be easier. But since they really are focusing on getting that adoption and breaking down those barriers, the training academy is smart to put out as soon as possible. The team, as many projects as I look at and ICOs, the team is really, it's so much more important to me now. Um, and it's not just having some rock stars on the team, some really smart guys. It's the size of the team. I hate to say it, but I really do look for quantity now, as well as quality. Quality is number one, but quantity is really high up there. Um, because you could have 3 or 4 smart, great guys, but they can't do it all. You know what I mean? They're not going to be able to handle a massive project like that. You need a lot of people. Um, this good sized team, very happy with it. Now there's something I was looking for, some certain key talent um, that I was looking for, and I did find it here. First off, the CEO. He's usually CEOs. They're not a rock star. I mean, they came up with the idea. They helped to launch it, all that. But they're not the most impressive people. This guy's pretty good though. He's got a member of the Bitcoin Foundation, Digital Currency Council, UK Digital Currency Association, member of the IRTA, International RegTech Association. So he's got his toe in a lot of ponds when it comes to the digital industry. A lot of contacts. That's impressive. Um, Jeremy, he's the chief operating officer. Great business guy. Um, Great for angel investors and things like that. Good business. And then this guy Dimitri, super smarty pants, um, PhD in computer science, graduated from MIT and Asia School of Business. Super brainiac. Still not what I was really looking for, but they're very impressive when it comes to what they're bringing to the table. But then this guy, Jonathan Lovercombre, he's the guy I was looking for. If you look back up there at the really nice looking platform and the really sweet looking phone app, that that worried me that it would be kind of like, yeah, sure, that's going to happen. This guy I think is going to make it happen. He's former executive at Ericsson Mobile Financial Services. Those 3 words in there is what I was looking for. Ericsson, giant company, mobile, and financial services. That's what they're going to need to bring that to fruition. Um, and then it gets better. He worked for MoneyGram International, American Express, 20 years of global marketing experience across payment cards and telecommunications and software. Basically, every aspect of this that I think sets it apart and makes it a cool project, this guy's got massive experience in. Um, and then you got the head of compliance, worked for Deutsche Bank and Barclays, management roles focusing on corporate client KYC and onboarding. That's done. He's a rock star in that field. Global head of trading operations. We managed to launch a. You look. I mean, they're all really good. um, Part of the MIT Digital Currency Initiative. This guy's got some massive stuff with marketing. And if you keep going, the team just keeps going and going and going. And they're all pretty good. They're all very good. There's some super rock. There's no one that's like eh. Um, so it's a massive team and it looks good. Oh wait, then you go down the advisors. This team is huge. Um, so no qualms. Very impressed with the team. Then you have some strategic advisors. That's pretty much it. When will it launch? Like I said, it's been since February. It's already launched, and they're about to international expansion scheduled for Q2 or early Q3. So yeah, they're just about to launch their main product, and like I said, it'll be available on iOS and Android. Stuff on their news. They have Telegram, Medium, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, LinkedIn, and Google Plus. Right? Yeah, Google Plus. So check them out. Read the white paper. I appreciate any comments you leave. Appreciate you hitting that thumbs up. You can join their Telegram and find out some information there. If you have any questions that you want me to check on, you can leave that in the comments and I'll get with them and answer you back. Or you can just head over to their Telegram and ask them yourself. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video.